Welcome to Memories of the Game, presented by Yankee Steiner Collectibles.
Hi, I'm Jessica Taft, coming to you from the offices of Steiner Sports, the home of collectibles, memorabilia, and some of the best athletes to ever play the game. Now, when they stop in to sign autographs and meet fans, we get a chance to hear some of their greatest memories. Steiner Sports founder Brandon Steiner recently hosted a man who needs no introduction to Yankee fans. David Wells is known for both his winning ways on the mound as well as his uninhibited ways off the field.
Hi, David Wells, joining us, and thank you so much. It's actually a moment I didn't really think was ever going to happen.
Me either. Me either, but it's a pleasure sitting here with you, Brandon.
Well, I mean, did you ever think that we kind of, perfect game, a lot of stuff going on. Your career has just been, really, it was amazing when you think about it. Did you ever think that you'd actually be sitting here talking about collectibles on the show?
No, not at all. I mean, it's just, you know, those types of things are obviously a rarity until this year. I mean, you've seen them left and right. You know, it was the year of the pitchers, obviously, but I mean, it's good for the collectors because when you do something that special, you know, people want to remember. They want to remember that with a piece of memorabilia that you sell, or you know, ticket stub that they had that day if they can get it themselves. But a lot of times they're not going to, and it's guys like you that bring us in here. And then you bring the public in, and they get an opportunity to have their pieces signed as well as the stuff as you have us signed.
Give me your all-boomer team. Like, you know, not necessarily the best players, but your kind of guys that you want in each position. You know, you've played on a bunch of teams. Right. You play with a lot of great players. Who are your kind of guys you would love to have if you were to kind of assemble your own team? Well,
first and foremost, you got to have David Cone on your team.
All right. Well,
first and foremost, okay, David Cone's got to be, he's got to be my relief pitcher, and vice versa, and I'll relieve him, but okay, whatever.
Fair.
But you know, Babe Ruth got to play for me. He's the man. But you know, you got Devon White, you got Ken Griffey Jr., Derek Jeter, you got Cal Ripken, Roberto Alomar. Jeez, and
who's catching for you?
Who's catching for me? The one and only Jorge Posada.
All right.
Yeah, he's my catcher. He's my guy, and you know, it's something like that you got to have. You got to have Mo as your closer. Trevor Hoffman is your closer. You know, you got to throw those two guys. You know, it's just it's tough to say because there's so many guys. You got to have a Paul O'Neill in there in your right field. I mean, this guy is just a gamer. He is the ultimate warrior. So you keep going. The list could be huge. Your manager, Sparky Anderson. You know, my mentor, my favorite guy, you know, manager of all time. He helped me probably to where I got today.
98 team, just got to ask you on that. How great was that team, the best team you were ever on, and what made it so special?
Should have been the manager of that team. You could have done. You would have won it. You know,
was it that easy? I mean, because the players just...
That's how good we were. I mean, and I'm not trying to be cocky or anything, but that's how good this team was. From 1 through 9, the bullpen was stellar. The starting pitcher was stellar. All you had to do was write the lineup, and we did the rest. And that's something that was probably the best team I've ever played for in my life. You know, the camaraderie we had. There was no tension whatsoever, and if it did, it was diffused like that. So we all went out together as a team. We went to more dinners as a team, and the guys after dinner went their own way. But you know what? That's something that we did. We did everything. We go into a city, we all go to dinner. We go wherever it was, we did it as a team. We just had fun. You know, the clubhouse was so loose, we just enjoyed every bit of it. And everybody had their own personalities. So we all ragged each other in a great way. So, like you said, we had fun, and that's how loose it was. And that's what clubhouses are supposed to be like. They're not supposed to be headphones on, guys playing their music, and, you know, you can't talk to guys. That's all eyewash. Get rid of that crap. Go out and talk to your locker mate, man. Talk about it. If you're struggling, talk to someone. Like AJ. He should be talking. And you know what? He took it in stride. He did. And you got to give him credit because you know what? He didn't give up. He went out there, and he still felt that he could do it. But you don't see him with headphones on.
I think you and AJ would be great teammates.
Oh, I know we would.
Not a question.
That guy's probably got the best stuff in baseball. It's just he had a bad year, and he just didn't know what he had to do with it. And mentally, he got a little, you know, he got lost. But you know what? That's going to happen. You watch. He'll win 15, 20 games this year.
Yeah, I love him. A surprise on the 98 team that we wouldn't know? Is there somebody that was a catalyst that doesn't get, I mean, you know, Paul O'Neill gets a lot of props.
Shane Spencer. Shane Spencer had a bad year. I think he hit 10 home runs in that month, in September, I think it was. I mean, this guy just came up and
out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. And, I mean, he was huge for us. Strawman. Strawman came out of nowhere. He did great, you know, and then he got sick and all that, but he helped the team out tremendously. Whoever came up did a great job, and that's the thing is everybody picked one another up. There was not the same guy every night, day in and day out, the hero. Everybody contributed, and that's why that team was so special.